Coronation Street icon rushed to hospital after frightening collapse. A much-loved Coronation Street character gave her family and friends a major scare in tonight's installment after suddenly collapsing in distressing scenes that left everyone shaken. Debbie Webster has been determined to keep her body strong since learning earlier this year that she has young-onset dementia. Determined not to let the diagnosis define her, she has thrown herself into exercise and lifestyle changes, hoping to keep her independence for as long as possible. After completing her evening run, Debbie decided to call in on sister-in-law Abby Webster. To her surprise, Abby wasn't at home, and Debbie took it upon herself to tidy up a little while she waited. But the visit took a terrifying turn. As she moved around the living room, Debbie became suddenly lightheaded, her vision spinning before she collapsed to the floor. Unbeknown to her, she was not actually alone in the house. Hiding upstairs was Carl Webster, who has been secretly staying out of sight. When Debbie collapsed, he crept down and hovered anxiously over her unconscious body only to be caught in the act when Abby walked through the door moments later. Without hesitation, Abby pushed Carl back into hiding and called for help. Viewers will recall that Carl is supposed to be away in Wales visiting an ex. A cover story carefully crafted to conceal his secret rendezvous with Abby. For weeks now, Abby and Carl have been conducting a clandestine affair behind Kevin Webster's back. Abby even fabricated a story about misplacing her passport so she could avoid going on a family holiday with Kevin and the children. Also, she could spend time with Carl. Before disappearing upstairs again, Carl assured Abby that Debbie hadn't spotted him. Soon after, Ronnie Bailey arrived on the scene just as Debbie began to regain consciousness. Keen to piece together what had happened, Debbie explained that her run had gone well and she felt fine initially. But something strange overcame her while she was cleaning, causing her to collapse. Although she insisted she felt better, Ronnie insisted on taking her to hospital as a precaution, concerned that she might have experienced another mini-stroke. The concern was justified. Debbie has already suffered 2 transient ischemic attacks in recent months, and her family live in constant fear that she could endure another. Trying to piece the moment together, she even admitted that she thought she had heard Carl's voice before she blacked out. Of course, she was quickly reminded that Carl was supposed to be in Wales. Debbie dismissed the thought as her imagination playing tricks on her, though this isn't the first time she has come dangerously close to discovering the affair. A previous brush with the truth was lost when she suffered a TIA, leaving her with no memory of what she had walked in on. Later, Carl put in an appearance at the hospital, pretending he had traveled up from Wales after being contacted by Ronnie. Debbie was reassured by doctors that her collapse was linked to low blood pressure and blood sugar rather than another stroke. But she was urged to rest. Yet when she repeated that she could have sworn Carl was in the room when she fainted, his mask of calm nearly slipped. And to make matters worse, Tracy Barlow has now spotted him kissing Abby and is demanding £10 to keep quiet, setting the stage for a potential explosion if the truth comes out. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.